Mic check, mic check. How am I coming in? Also checking to see how long latency is. How's it going, everyone? There is an echo. Oh, okay. Don't worry me like that. Maybe you have it open in two different instances. If you are getting an echo, I've heard of people doing that sometimes. I'll be right back. I gotta go update my stuff on Discord and let everyone else know that I'm about to stream. Be right back. Okay, does my, is the voice and the, music, is that balanced well? That working for you guys? Morning, Robert. Thanks for dropping by. Gut Mace, I see you. Good to see you. I think I got everything set up here. I can start a little early if everything is... I try to give myself a little extra time in case I have any technical difficulties, so... And there we are. For people who want to know, this is where I am. I'm at the old South Fury Trading Co. This is where I got my start on Turtle WoW right here. This little place where I did my first RP, where I won my first fishing tournament. So it's a beautiful place. Thanks, Murok. Yeah, this is a guild base for a guild that's, I think, pretty next to defunct. I don't think a lot of people are still in it. I think some people are, but not many. But we had a guild master named Koan who led that, and he was the RP GM. So everything here is like all custom. So it's a very nice little spot. There's a caravan kodo here. You have the rental mounts, a rested campfire, nice little table for banquets. Inside here is Koan's office and our warehouse. He's got the nice little glowing quill here. Yeah, Robert. There's actually a lot of rental mounts. You just have to kind of keep an eye out for them. So like, they're in a lot of towns. If you see like a mount like that, and when you mouse over it, there's a little speech bubble. You can like rent them for like 5 coppers, and it just uses like the same writing skill you have for like your turtle, essentially. They're nice for low-level people to use. They're a good time. Back here is where Koan used to keep his dog. An alchemy lab that isn't an alchemy lab, because otherwise that would be really, really good, and everyone would gather there to make flasks. There's a nice little tree house up there. Some more warehouse stuff. But yeah, this is my first guild base. But yeah, for anyone trying to find me, We're gonna be fishing along the South Fury River right here, and there's a nice little dock that I use. That's fun to fish off of. There's like a dock with a little boat. There's already even a fishing boat over there. I didn't put that one down. That one's just a normal asset, but it doesn't give the fishing bonus, of course. So how's everyone doing? It's a big day for the server. They're over 9,000. It's a new population cap. No fisher hooked? How? That doesn't even seem possible. Like, I'm trying to make sure, like, I shouldn't need fishing skill for this place, right? No, for some reason the sound on my client isn't coming through, which is surprising, but that's okay. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is. All right. So let's see. I think I said hello to Gutmace Gaming. Kagarin, hello. Let's see, you were in there before. Anyone earlier? Ooh. Z-Salt? Kanyo? I'm assuming that's pronounced completely different than that. Hi, what's up? Mr. Mikael? Sorry you won't be able to see most of this. It's hard finding a good time for everyone to make everyone happy, but, you know, it is what it is. The background, you can hear Murag typing away. Oh, who knows what she's whispering about? But everyone have a good week. Making sure all my my plugins and stuff are working. Oh, of course. I have a couple new. It's not like a new scene, but I have a thing I added. So if I'm online looking for something and I want to show you guys, I have this now. I can do this, which will show if I actually had the browser up. There it is. So you guys can see what I'm looking at. If I'm so this is the Vanilla Molgore music and ambiance track that I'm using for today's backing track. It's kind of hard to make things work a lot of times. I found that this is probably the best solution for background music. So get rid of that. Oh, did someone just say hi? Oh, someone's asking why I'm sitting here. Oh, and they left. Isn't it work? Not allowed to relax, sit on a fishing chair, and just soak up the. Actually, I suppose it's nighttime here, huh? That's one of the problems when I stream. It's like I think it's usually night in all of Kalimdor when I stream. Hey, Channel Lurker, good to see you. Channel Lurker is always, well, lurking, but also regular commenter on my videos and stuff. What do you guys think about the 9,000 server population thing? I'll do it right now. The server. If anyone doesn't know, you can do it's like a command. So you open up your chat prompt. You do .server info. So server space info, and it'll show you how many people are online. It will show you the max and how long the server's been up. And according to the one I just did right now, we reached 9,119 people. And it says there's some people queued still, too, which is kind of crazy. Hey, Speeds. Hello, Saint Mithy. Yes. World chat was full of Dragon Ball Z memes. For anyone wondering, Vrograg is... I'm sorry I have all the low-level quest things highlighted right now. That's because, if you remember in the last news I put out, they changed the reputation game for high-level characters. You get full reputation. So I turned on all the low-level stuff. But I'm right here in Durotar. If you're Alliance, you can come into Ratchet, which is right here, and then just go north along the coast and meet up. So if you're low level, this is not hard to get to, whether you're Horde or Alliance. If you're Horde, obviously, you just come over from Ogrimmar. No big deal. And, yep. Oh, hey, Speeds is here. Hey, Speeds. Glad you can make it. Speeds is showing off the very rare, highly sought after programmer socks, which you can only get, well, now you can only get through direct GM intervention, but before you had to find your way all the way out to GM Isle as a player, which usually required some amount of hacking or know-how, which in and of itself is sort of a inside joke, you know, because then you kind of are a programmer if you figured out how to get to GM Isle. But there used to be a quest giver, Jamie would there was an NPC named Jamie who would give you the socks. Channel Lurker says they started a new Warlock, currently playing Icewind Dale, waiting for the pop to go down a bit. Yeah, I feel you on that. I mean, it's hard out here. Hello, Catherine Cat. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. We have Ormbet. Ormbet's here in game. I don't know if they know I'm streaming. This was, you know, the one thing I really wish they would add to Turtle WoW for fishing is just the ability to fish while sitting. Because if anyone's fished, like, unless you're doing like sporty fishing, you want to sit a lot of the time. It's crazy you can't do it. There should be plenty of people roaming around right now. There's lots of people leveling up. Oh, jeez. You gotta be careful, Speeds. Like, I swear, there's so many people that kill the crocodiles right underneath the water. I think Raw Longjaw Mud Snapper does have a weighted variant. So if anyone catches those today, I'll have a little cash prize. If anyone wins a weighted fish out of the water here, I'll have a little prize. And if multiple people do, we'll do a roll off or something. So, everyone have a good week out there. Speech, you're not even 300? Oh my god. Well, so Robert, heaviest weight will win, but there's only like each type of fish has a weight as like a variant to it. There's not like multiple weights, I don't believe. So if you catch the heavy version, like the weighted version of the Longjaw Mud Snapper, they're all going to be the same weight. So, and they're hard to catch. You do have to fish a lot to get them, but they make nice little offhand maces too, which is fun. It's kind of crazy to see like Turtle WoW become. I feel like if you're at a population of 9,000 in the private server community, you're pretty much mainstream at that point, right? I think we can agree. I should probably let my guild know I'm fishing. Fishing in... not Durotar. In the Barrens. In the Barrens. Anyone wants to join. Let's see. Speeds, the Seeker of Knowledge, is that the one for questing? Also, looks like Stick was trying to chat and in the stream chat and might have gotten flat. I have a bot that will blur out or block bad words. Maybe just try like a test word. Let me know if you're still having issues after that. The restrictions on it are just like rude words. And if anyone feels like they're really behind stream, you can always just refresh stream. That usually fixes it. We have a Sock Mr. Rockham. I'll say hello to this nice person. Hello, Sir Troll. The best part is I usually look at the names in the stream chat to figure out just to kind of like keep conversations going and stuff. But half the time, like people that are in the stream chat are also like right next to me, so it's hard to figure it out. Oh, Sock'em Mr. Rockham doesn't even have a fishing pole. That's very sad. I think they sell. Do they sell them in Ratchet? They must. Yeah, look at the battle just going on across from us. We're gonna see a lot of. Oh geez, there's already a druid under the water. Hello, Laura. Let's see. Jose Du asks, "Hi, Vrograg. I'm new to the server. Hi, welcome. By the way, if anyone's just dropping in, if you subscribe, there will be a little notification. I'm not sure if my little bot has activated, but there is a donation link thing. Let's see if can I do it? I think I can do it. Hold on. Is it donate or is it tip? I don't know. There's a command. I don't know if it will work. Maybe the bot's offline? I don't know. Anyway, crap, I was trying to answer a question and then I got distracted. Oh, see, there it is. Okay. So you're new to the server and you're wondering what professions you could go for shaman. I mean, here's sort of my spiel about Turtle WoW, and this isn't me trying to give a cop-out answer. Like, you should do what is fun, because, you know, the world of like meta parsing and all that stuff, it exists here in some respects, but like, just like try to remember that it's a game, and like it's okay to do suboptimal things if it's how you want to engage with the game. Like, if your goal is to be like some mega Chad parser, then like there's lots of different answers, and those answers are also going to change because in the 1.16 patch, they're going to change how some crafting is done, so even that's going to change. So like when I say like just do what's fun, like just do what's fun, because there's a good likelihood it's not gonna really alter what's quote unquote best anyway. I have a shaman who is a dragon scale leatherworker. I did that because way back when I played in Classic, I had a resto shaman, and I really never liked the idea of a shaman wearing cloth, and to this day my shaman has never worn a piece of cloth. And so, you know, if you're trying to do healing, you don't have a lot of options though. Most of the best pieces, quote unquote, right, are all cloth. But even in Classic, there was a male piece called the Red Dragon Scale Breastplate. It's a really hard drop to get, but it actually is competitive with, I think, the Robes of the Exalted or whatever. Turtle WoW actually made there be like a 4-set bonus for it. So nowadays you can, you know, if you want to do Resto Shaman, like that's a good option, and the Red Dragon Scale set's pretty nifty. There's a lot of nice leatherworking pieces out there, I would say. So leatherworking, skinning's good. If like maybe you want to do like enhancement stuff, I know there's some really cool weapons that the weaponsmiths can make. You might want to consider blacksmithing and mining. I don't know what sort of like what the lore around your character is. I know a lot of times Taurens like doing herbalism, you know, because they're like very close with nature. So, you know, herbalism and maybe alchemy might be nice. You know, there's a lot of different answers. So have fun with it. That's what I would say. Let's see. Channel lurker. Am I gonna catch a red snapper? Not here. This is freshwater, right? And freshwater, I don't think you can catch snapper. Snapper is a saltwater fish. Oh, hello, Stick. I see Sticks here. Alora has turned into a deer near me. Hello, Alora. I'm glad you got out of the water. Let's see. Is there any unique fish or loot there to get? Yeah, I think they have slightly better loot tables in Classic. Some of the stuff that comes out of it can be good. I remember there was this one guy who I would see. This was like months ago. His name was Naked and Afraid, and a lot of what he did, because you know he couldn't wear armor and stuff, but like the way that he would get certain things that he needed, he would go fishing all the time. So I know there's some things you can get out of fishing that are useful. Robert says, if you want to make your own gear, dragon scale leather is nice for healing, for sure. Yep, exactly. Jack Stocking. Hey, Vrograg, any idea if they are nerfing the Dire Maul East farm? There was... So, this is a couple weeks ago. Someone put a bug in the Turtle Web bug tracker, saying that like the values on Lasher farms are out of whack every other private server they had been on, and in Classic it was different, which is true. However, they were days away from pushing through that change, and then a couple people from the community like just dug up the old vanilla like change logs and were like, actually this is accurate to what was in vanilla. This is how strong the Lasher farm was before pre-patch, so it's actually accurate. Now, are they going to nerf it? They could, but it would be straying from their objectives of trying to remain true-ish to vanilla. So I think there's enough reason to do it, certainly. Do I think they will? No, and I think what they were planning initially was just to lower the value of the gray drops. So I don't think at any point Lasher farms won't be valuable, because there's still going to be some things to pick up off of them, and they still have pretty much guaranteed herb nodes there. So herbalists will still want to go there. And if you know your way around, you can also get the rich thorium veins, if you know if you know what to do with that boss. So I don't. So they may, but I haven't heard anything to answer your question. Channel Lurker, wasn't there a green dragon skull armor that put your enemies to sleep? I vaguely remember hearing about that. I don't know. I can't be bothered to check on. Oh, you know what? Here's something I can do. Here's something I want to show this off because I work to make sure this looks decent. Let me get it up. All right, so we will go to. See, you can see my browser. So I have the database up right here. So let's check out green dragon. Dragon scale. Hopefully it. So there is 3 pieces so far. Right now it just gives the 2 set gives 3 mana per 5, and the 3 set gives 15% of your mana regeneration to continue while casting. Now, if we go over to this is the forum. Go over to the forum and I can't find what was that? I think there's an itemization post. So here's the big one that I covered in the news about all the crafting changes they're going to do. So if we search for green iron bracers, looks like they're not adding anything with that set, which is a shame because one thing that I'm really excited about, even though it's stupid, as a dragon scale leatherworker, they have this the blue dragon's scale set. The 4 set, they're going to add a piece, and the 4 set will give a stacking debuff that increases arcane damage on an enemy, which, like, it's not going to be like meta or strong, but I think it's really cool because it's like it's an arcane set. All the blue dragon mail pieces have arcane resist, right? Blue dragon scale, right? So yeah, all of them give arcane resist. Right now the 2 set gives 4 to all resistances, and 3 gives 28 damage and healing, and each piece is pretty much for like casters. It's mail pieces, so it's for elemental pretty much. I'm suppose some kind of a ret could use it, but I don't think they would. But yeah, do you guys like that overlay? Tell me you do. Tell me you do. It took minutes for me to figure that out. Actually, it took like half an hour because I'm still figuring out Streamlabs. Let me get my chat back up. There it is. Do you think the creators of Turtle WoW should enable world PvP for non-hardcore characters? No. I say that because it is a PvE realm, and secondly, there's a lot of people, myself included, who like role-playing with people from the other faction, and it would be really tough if, like, I would be like, I can't tell you how many times I've just like been RPing with people and they're flagged, and I accidentally click them or something, or do an ability, and now I'm flagged, and now some guy wanders over and stomps us. I think PvP being opt-in is fine, for now. Sorry, that was from Von Sveta. I'm just catching up with chat. Sorry, I want a real diversion about that dragon scale stuff. Jose Du, I was thinking about blacksmithing. I really want to go with a big axe enhancement style. Yeah, man. Hopefully you're orc, because that will help. That will certainly help. My shaman is a Tauren and doesn't PvP, so doesn't really get much benefit from the racials, but I think Taurens have some of the coolest like looks and lore, and shamans also have some of the best looks and lore, so I think it's a great combo. I can't tell you how many times like I've been in like raid with Obama, and I'll hear like the raid leader be like, "Oh, make sure you can stun these guys." I'm like, "Yeah, stun them," and I'm like, Oh crap! I could do my stomp. I always forget. Hey, Meta's here. Hey, Meta. Meta is a very dedicated Turtle WoW News with Vrograg watcher. Comments on all my stuff. Channel Lurker says Naked and Afraid is a cool torrent. Channel Lurker knows. Channel Lurker knows about Naked and Afraid. Naked and Afraid is like a legend. I think he gave up eventually, but geez, like I remember so many times before, like when my guild was progressing, like MC, BWO, and AQ. Like when this is back when world buffs were still a thing. When we gathered for world buffs, Naked and Afraid was always there because, you know, if you're going to be killing stuff naked, well, you might want world buffs. Yeah, so it was a pretty cool thing. But I'm pretty sure it was just only weapons, and I think they would allow themselves rings. I could be incorrect, but I think they allowed themselves rings. Which is, I think, why they fished, because I think there's some kind of rings you can get in here. Pink Noise Floyder. Oh, there's more people have rolled in. If anyone's looking for where I am, Alliance, just go into Ratchet, find your way to Ratchet, if you can. Hopefully you can. And then just go north up the coast. Speeds, I see you. Grats on the 10-pounder. Hang on to that for now. Well, at the end, I'll do like a thing for the cash prize for the biggest. So yeah, Alliance, you can go to Ratchet. Just go north. We're right here on the coast of the South Fury River. Horde, just roll out of Ogrimmar and come down south. That's where we are. Where am I? Okay. For anyone else who's just joining, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Also, it'll help me test out my widget that lets me know people subscribed. Looks like my bot's taking its time, but there is a donation link if any one of you are interested. I did get some news on YouTube monetization, which just last night they finally understood that there's only one of me, and they allowed me to give them tax forms. So now Google can dox me forever because they have all my info and all that stuff. So yay. So now I have to wait for them to review my channel, just in case I am like somehow doing something that's against terms of service, which is kind of weird because I guess I would already be flagged or banned for that, but I digress. They're doing something. So I'm still waiting to be able to monetize my videos, so we'll see. But in the meantime, if anyone doesn't want to support the channel, you can use that link. And if you do, it's happened before, a sound will play that'll also play through my headset, and because I'm not used to it, it'll actually startle me, so you can hear me scared. Alright, so where were we? Pink Noise Floyder, I got green gear level 10 to 13 fishing in Undercity in a bucket hat many times ago. Yeah, see? I think that's what Naked and Afraid was doing, Pink Noise. They were fishing to get like some amount of money, maybe, or really basic gear that they would allow themselves. So Joe Connolly says it's about time the Dire Maul East Mage exploit was. How is it an exploit? That is actually the vanilla values. I know stuff in there that is an exploit, but killing lashers, I don't see how you're saying that's an exploit, because I guess you'd really have to expand your definition of exploit. I don't know how serious you are with that comment, by the way, either. And I don't mean to jump down your throat, but you have to understand, too, I mean, our server just got over 9,000. If you're trying to do overworld farming, you're going to have a lot of contested kills. Like, imagine you're someone who's progressing AQ40, and you need a bunch of potions of nature resists for all the stuff that does nature damage in there. I've tried multiple times to go kill some Earth Elementals near Kargath, which is like a reliable... they have like reliably decent drops for that. I haven't gone there where it hasn't been farmed. And because I'm Vrograg, I can't be a turd and like grief people. So your best bet then is to try to make some gold so you can buy stuff from the auction house. Now I know that's a problem later on because that will start increasing inflation. Not as bad as Botters would, but I don't see that as an exploit unless you have a very generous definition of exploit. So I can see your perspective though. Maybe I'm getting defensive because I have a mage who does farm there. I'll say it. I have a mage who is an herbalist miner. So you can see exactly how cynical I am about making money. It's hard, man. Listen, if I got to do the news, do you think I got time to sit in front of a node and hope it spawns? Nah. The news never sleeps, and neither do I. But my trash mage, she gets stuff done. I'm still catching up. Channel Lurker says chromatic dragon scale in the future. Now there is an idea. I would love that because wait, what does chromatic dragon scale do? Hold on. Back to the overlay. Hold on. Check this out. I have to bring it up. No, it's this one. It's this one. All right, and then I do this. Okay. Chromatic. What? Oh man, you guys hear the music? This is like my favorite track from the Thunderbluff music. Hold on, I'm gonna crank that. How can you not like this song? Oh wait, there is no chromatic dragon. I thought there was a chromatic dragon scale. Or am I thinking there's like Worn Dragon scale? How many dragon scales are there? Now I'm curious. Okay, so there is no chromatic one. Okay. You can see the new ones they added, the red dragon scale boots and the leggings to make the set. That was something they originally planned in vanilla, as I understand. I do wish dragon scale leatherworking got more love, but the reason I do dragon scale leatherworking is because my shaman Obomsawim, like her backstory is that she is she was like trained as a shaman, but she had interaction with the red dragonflight and like served them for a time. So she's now like a servant of the red dragonflight. So I thought it would make sense to like for her to be a dragon scale leatherworker. And that means every time I have to fight against people going, oh, how many dragons did you kill? And I'm like, no, they willingly gave up these dragon scales. Okay, let's see, where's chat at? Chat's probably still dealing with my rant about the Dire Maul East farm. Vrograg, wait, hold on. Robert, I did not ignore a 17-pound catfish. Let me just lay out the rules, okay? Whoever catches the biggest weighted fish here today will win a cash prize. How much cash? I think 10 gold. That's what I did last time. If people are tied, I'll invite you guys to like a group or a raid, and then you can roll off. But you got to catch a big fish to be in the running. That's the thing. I did acknowledge a 10-pound... Was that a mudfish? Yeah. I think the chances of catching a weighted catfish or the mudfish are the same, but technically the catfish is bigger at 17 pounds, so obviously. I hope people aren't seeing how much I miss catches because I'm talking and reading chats. My lack of confidence or someone else's? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Jonathan Smith, thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you're subbed and all that. It's been real fun making the videos. At times stressful. I think we can all agree that this last week was pretty stressful. Well, I guess you guys don't know the behind the scenes, but like, pretty much when the announcement came out about the Chinese server, that was like 10 minutes old when you guys found out about it. So like, I had to like pull the e-brake on my video and change a bunch of stuff around. So like, and I was completely caught flat-footed because I was under the impression that the team did not want to make another server for any reason. But there's a very nuanced, complicated cultural situation that's going on in the background. I had I posted in the Chinese language chat of the Turtle Wow main Discord, and I wanted just to feel out like, hey, like anyone who's bilingual, like I would love to chat a little bit, maybe get your readings, your feelings, like how do you feel about this announcement. And you know, it's really good to sort of reserve judgment. I have the advantage of like backing on my my journalistic sort of like ethics help me like, okay, don't jump to conclusions. Like I always have to withhold that because I'm not gonna lie, like I have like my own prejudices. I think everyone does, but there was a cynical part of me that didn't like the announcement. But this person, they haven't cleared me to give out their name or anything, but they were very helpful because they like, and I didn't ask for this. I was just like, hey, how do you guys feel about the Chinese server announcement, right? And this person sent me like a 5,000 word essay about, and I'm not even joking, like it literally was structured like an essay about the difference between Western and Eastern gaming cultures, the differences between some Chinese gamers and other Chinese gamers who are playing private server, and sort of what they look for. So something to keep in mind too about this announcement is that there are players who are Chinese speakers who are on Turtle Wow because they don't like the negative stereotypes that many would associate, like the RMTing, the botting, some of the things that other people in the Chinese speaking population of WoW players do like and actually embrace and want. It's a very, because now it's not just like, oh, all Chinese people want this server and they're gonna move there. There's some that want to stay on Turtle Wow, the EU server, because they feel like there's better protections against RMT. Now I have assurances from the management of Turtle Wow that they're not going to have, they're essentially going to have the same rules that we have. It's just going to be Chinese language. But while saying that, this person also linked me a Billy video, which I will not send the link to anyone because I have never seen something give me so many cookies and ask me to install a billion things as quickly as Billy, which is sort of mainland China's version of YouTube. But he gave me the link and he explained to me what was said in there, but the journalist in me is like, okay, that's great, but I have to check. So I like took my computer microphone and I grabbed my computer speaker and like I played the video and like ran it through Google Translate to see if I could make out what was really being said. And my understanding is there was this person who has been like sort of like an influencer who's been encouraging people to try out Turtle WoW because I think from like a general perspective, there's things that Turtle WoW has that a lot of people like, regardless of their feelings about RMT, botting, those kind of things, right? And this person was like, you should come to Turtle WoW. And then he talked about there's an announcement where they're going to make a new server. And then he talked a little bit about the date of that. And then he also claimed that he was on the Chinese, like, Turtle WoW team. And then went on to say that, like, we wanted things like, not just RMT, but there's also something else that the Chinese people that play, like vanilla era WoW which is instant travel between flight points. So like you would go to a flight master, you'd click it and click on your location. You still have to pay the silver or whatever, but you would instantly go there. Those were things that the EU Turtle WoW team said no to, but this person's just like, well, we'll see what happens. And I'm like, that's kind of a big slap in the face to like what the EU team said. So I chased that down, and what I understand is that person isn't on the Chinese Turtle WoW team. So I don't know what to think, but what I do know is that it is very complicated. And the Chinese players are not monolithic. They want different things just like us. They like different things about Turtle WoW. And I think the people that I think what this person also says, the people that are really nationalistic or don't like dealing with Westerners are more likely to go to the new server. But there's still going to be some Chinese players that are going to hang here for a multitude of different reasons. So, yeah, I had all that going on while like I had like a day and a half to get the video out. So pretty much all I could do is just reiterate what Acolyx said because I couldn't do more investigation on it. And when I say investigation too, I just mean like verifying, giving more like context to the news. So just know that like I'm doing that in the background. And I am woefully I feel like I'm not skilled enough to like to deal with like so many different things at once, if that makes any sense. Like, because like it's not just there's like a whole culture I don't understand, there's a whole language I don't understand, and then there's multiple populations within that, and like I have a lot of trouble parsing all that together. So the best I can do for now is gather information and share it as I get it. And that's about as much information as I have right now. And I'll finally stop my rant to look back at chat. Meta Samsara says you don't see enough Cyrillic on us schedule. You know, I will say I have dealt with Russian players before. It's not as I'm not going to say bad, but like it's not as difficult as it is with Chinese players that like a lot of them just don't say anything. Like I can't even get emotes out of them. But I've definitely dealt with people who are using Cyrillic keyboards who will like, I've seen them say something in presumably Russian, I guess, and then they'll like, you can see them like pretty much switch over to a different keyboard just to like say something basic. I really admire that people are willing to go to that extra step to communicate, because it does help Turtle WoW feel more alive. So, you know, I can understand the team's perspective of like, there's a whole block of people that are, their population's really spiking on the server, and like, they're not really getting to really partake in what is Turtle WoW. So I can agree with that sentiment as far as, the Turtle Wow team wanting to give them a space. Gut Mace, I should publish the essay. I have considered doing that, but I want to clarify a couple things, and I'd also need to get the person's permission to do so. Since they are literally on the other side of the world from me, it is hard to communicate. Well, it's not hard, it's just, you know, you guys have to deal with like a 5-second lag here, but I have to deal with like essentially like an 8-hour lag between communications between me and this person. Saint Mithy says, I like my cookies like I like my Overwatch, with plenty of salt. Okay. Channel Lurker says, a lot of YouTubers who cover Turtle WoW really want a fresh economy. Guess this is their chance. We'll find out if it's a good idea or not. Yeah, I know there's certainly, Murag talks a lot about this, how there's like a whole segment of like, I guess you'd call them Western players that are really hype about doing what we'd call like a fresh server, because they want to go up to the opening of the gates of AQ, but then I guess as she understands it, she says like they lose interest quickly after that and then just kind of vanish. But yeah. yes, Murag, exactly. Murag says fresh economy equals wants to stockpile things that will be valuable in the future to exploit the community. Yes. What are the top guilds in Turtle WoW? Jonathan Smith, I will answer your question, but you need to answer me this. What do you mean by top? Because there are some fantastic RP servers, RP guilds, like Lion's Pride Legion, and, I'm blanking on the one that has a Frost Speaker in it. Those are really good Wolf Skull Clan? Yeah. If you're talking about PvP guilds, I don't know if we may. I'm not. PvP is more of a blind spot for me. So I digress. But there are some guilds that are fully progressed through Naxx, but to call them top sometimes is a little misleading, because a lot of them have people that are just raid logging, and some people who have retired because, like, oh, they got what they wanted out of, you know, Naxx or whatever. So there's still, like, some guilds that are progressing that are a lot more active. So, yeah. I would say the top guild is Blackwing Guard. I say that because I'm in Blackwing Guard. That is my official stance. That is a biased stance. That is not one I say as a journalist. It's one I say as a citizen of Turtle WoW. I've been in Blackwing Guard since... Well, actually, since I left... You know what? Y'all can keep fishing. I just I want to do a little walk through the people that aren't here. So, not a lot of you know, or maybe some of you do, but I got my start on Turtle WoW. I did, like, Vrograg was a hardcore character back when it was new. And this area right here, this is what's known as the South Fury Trading Code Guild Base. And this was made by my old guild leader, Koan, who used to be the RPGM. All this stuff you see here was all made. You know, this was the guild base. Yeah, this is where I started. This is where actually Vrograg got the name Fish Slayer, because I think it was like the first RP event I went to. South Fury Trading Company did a fishing derby, and I won that, and so ever since then I made up like a backstory about it, but ever since then I started calling myself Vrograg Fish Slayer. So, South Fury is pretty much defunct at this point, but their grave, or this nice little guild base, still exists. So I like coming here every now and then. because it's very nice, very peaceful. Let's see. AJ Michael, hey all, Hisoka, Guy Fury here. Hi AJ Michael. Or Hisoka, or Guy Fury. Why I like, I should qualify though, to answer the old question that Jonathan Smith asks. Oh, also, Fizzlefrack, hi. Glad to see you. So, I see. You did clarify how far in PvE most geared. The most geared is probably Tab C or Macro Chellies. I really don't know. They're fully. They have like people that are fully geared, like all BIS. Also, if you're looking at like it through that environment, those are. I know Tab C is also one that like they do a lot of stuff for parsing, and like they run like logs. I mean, Blackwing Guard runs logs too, but there is a much stronger emphasis put on like performance in raids. Which, to be fair, you can't really do Naxx and kind of phone it in. Like, there are tough spots in Naxx that everyone needs to be pulling their weight. And there's certain fights where, like Four Horsemen specifically, you need to have personal responsibility on that fight. But, so those are probably the two big ones, Macro and Tab C. I think they're both European. Probably Blackwing Guard's the most. I could be wrong. There might be one that's further who's American, but Blackwing Guard's also pretty big. The reason though that I like Blackwing Guard is that it's very inclusive. It doesn't allow any gamer speak, as some might say. That gets you banned right away. So it's also a welcoming community for women and people in the LGBTQ space. So, if that's something that's important to you, that's something that I can at least vouch for with Blackwing Guard, because I know for some people that does matter. Everyone's going to play their own way, but one thing that's always going to be important is that if you're interacting with people, that you feel comfortable around them. So, if that matters, that's one reason I really like Blackwing Guard, and why I've stuck around for so long. Thunder Cookie says their base is so amazing. It's a great place to RP still. Their legacy, I think, yes, exactly. I was trying to say there's a great legacy. Another, I guess you could say, like, alumni or graduating class from South Fury is someone named Neuralthos, who you'll probably see in the Legacy Players channel of the Turtle WoW Discord. Neuralthos was like just like one of like the other guildmates. We were contemporaries. Neuralthos is the person that is like taking time out of their schedule and like making raid logs work through Legacy. So there's a rich history of those people continuing on in both the RP space and also helping the server in other ways. So I'm a proud alumnus of South Fury. It was funny too, like when I first started the Blackwing Guard, like Blackwing does stuff by raid team, not by like, you don't need to be in Blackwing Guard to raid with Blackwing Guard. You just need to like do the things that you need to do to raid. So like MC, pretty much you need to be 60. For Blackwing Lair, there's like a gear check. So you'll need an officer to check your gear to make sure you're like you can survive Blackwing Lair and you can contribute. Then there's like another gear check for AQ40. And of course there's one for Naxx as well. But we actually run two Blackwing Lair groups. We have a lot of people that are interested in raiding. The officers do a great job of herding all the cats and getting rid of the turds, because they do pop up every now and then. But so yeah, thank you, Little Karen. Doom Turtles. That I knew there was another one, but I always thought Doom Turtles. Sorry, this is answering the question about guilds that are like progressed. I thought Doom Turtles was like a sort of like an amalgamated team of different people. I thought maybe they do have a stronger guild identity. I know there's like a more complicated history there that I don't quite know, so I didn't know if I wanted to say they were a guild or if they're just like a raid team. This is some people that matters. Macro's NA? I thought Macro was EU.
No.
Oh, okay. Murad corrects me. Let's see. Little Karen says, but we EU. Okay. Oh yes, Doom Turtles is EU. I was pretty sure because the person I was just talking about, Koan, their shaman, who I don't remember the name of because I only know Koan, but Koan shaman raided with Doom Turtles. No, Brax. I did not start with Blackwing Guard. I started with South Fury Trading Company. That's why I was talking about how Blackwing Guard has like raid teams rather than like just in guild teams, because when we like started doing Blackwing Lair and everything, the Blackwing Guard base is hold on, let me pull it up here. So here's Black Rock Mountain, right? Blackwing Guard's base is like up in the mountains here, so it's great for Molten Core and Blackwing Lair. So I would get invited to the raid, and I'd hear everyone, okay, use your tabard, and I would just be like, my tabard would take me, 20 feet that way, essentially. And I'm like, guys, I might want to summon. And that was back when world buffs were still a thing, so coordinating travel was a lot more complicated. But I'm glad world buffs were gone, because it's not that it wasn't fun to have like Ren buff as a melee and just chew through things, because that was definitely fun. I will never disagree with how fun that was, but the feeling you get when you die because of something silly, stupid, or a bug, and you just lost an hour and a half of like preparation work, and now it just felt bad, And there are chrono booms here too. They're probably not nearly as in high demand, but Chromie is in the same spot she was in Classic, selling chrono booms for anyone that wants them for, I guess, dungeons. But I see a lot of people talking up BWG. I love that. Dragonovi. Hi, Dragonovi. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. Dragonovi says, Doom Turtle was previously an extension of Traveler that included more non-guildies to clear 40-man content, but the leadership of Doom Turtles and Travelers had a falling out and separated. Okay. Thank you for the history lesson. I knew there was more of a story there. Little Karen says, Doom Turtles is both a raid team and a guild. We do the same as BWG. We don't require people to be in the guild as long as you meet the requirements. Exactly. Yeah. Because the initial question was like, what are like the guilds that are most progressed? And I feel like people that are asking about guilds probably want a more cohesive community. But like raid team wise, yeah, Doom Turtles definitely has cleared Naxx and is fully progressed. Speed says, you used to be able to get a Turtle WoW quest that you could spawn Chromie in Tenaris. Yes, I remember that. I remember when they patched it out because it was nice. And then they took that away from us. I mean, just because, but... Sock'em Rock'em asks... Sorry, Sock'em Rock'em's literally next to me. What other MMO do you play? I don't. I only have time for TWOW and reporting. Speaking of which, though, speaking of other games, I'm pretty excited. I know Murag is like foaming at the mouth, excited about Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3.
She's very excited, guys. For anyone who has played the other Baldur's Gate games or played any of the Divinity Original Sin games, August 3rd. August 3rd, is it? Yeah. That's coming through though. I don't know if Sock'em Rock'em is aware that I'm streaming, or if they're just hanging out having a good time. Either case, I approve Sock'em Rock'em. Brack says world buffs created such a toxic gameplay meta. I hated raid logging my main all week just to keep up as many buffs as possible. Exactly. And to be fair, like there's still a toxic meta to some extent. Like when people who really care about parsing and DPS, and you show up as like an elemental shaman, right? Now, like let me clarify a little bit. Like, I definitely believe that if you try your hardest and really put forward a good effort to try to make up for some of the shortcomings of like what might be considered a meme spec, I think you should have every right to raid, as long as you're contributing in a decent way. I think there is a certain point where like the content catches up with the meme, but that depends on your raid gearing, right? So when Blackwing Guard was initially progressing Nax, we probably I wasn't in charge of invites or anything, but like I imagine we were a lot more strict about like everyone needs to sort of be on the same page. But now that we've done KT a good number of times and we're more progressed, there's more like room for I guess you could call it fucking around, but I'd say like having fun with your class, so yeah, so I do think there's a bit of toxicity there with like, oh, you're not doing the meta thing correctly, therefore you're bad. Like I really have a distaste for that. I don't have a distaste for the people that enjoy that, because I understand people enjoy that part of gameplay of like trying to get every single little ounce of what their character can do, because that is actually really engaging. I actually appreciate that. It's just when that turns into you're doing it wrong, you're bad, you're stupid, that kind of stuff, like that never feels good to me. Guru, hey Guru! Everyone, say hi to Guru Blade, who's is in stream chat. Guru Blade was my sensei to become a rogue tank, and a big innovator in the space. Okay, so Sock'em Rock'em is here with me. It is must be listening to stream if they know to say hi, Guru. Oh, hey, for anyone who has the unfortunate, who's made the unfortunate decision to look at World Chat, one of the things I love about Turtle WoW, I just glance over it. I'm not really looking at that chat very often, but I just see one of the GMs say, "It will also be both my responsibility and pleasure to ban you for spamming slurs. I do not advertise. I do not advise it." I appreciate that we have moderation in chat. It really goes a long way to make the community feel like a more friendly, open place. I'm glad we have that. That's a big win. I mean, for anyone who's played Classic, which I imagine a good chunk of you have, could could you imagine seeing a GM, just period? And even if you did, imagine one like moderating your chat. You know, those were things that were a lot more commonplace in vanilla. And I just love knowing they're watching when they have time, and helping steer the conversation a little bit. Let's see. Speeds ask, have you ever played Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance? It was my favorite game as a kid on the PlayStation. Is that the hack and slash one, Speeds? I did. It was terrible. I'm also pretty sure by the fact that you said you were a kid when you played that, I would be dating myself by saying when I played it, but Meta Samsara. Oh, sorry. So Speed says, yeah, yep, I did play it. It was pretty bad. It's certainly bad compared to the original Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2, which are classics of the CRPG genre. So where was... Oh, yeah. Meta said, I don't ever use macros until someone in Wrath of the Lich King forced me to make one for Tournament of the... I used to remember what that stood for. I thought it was Tournament of the Champion or something. Yeah, there's... I mean, macros can just make really repetitive things you have to do in a raid scenario just easy, but I don't think there's any... There's a couple macros that are like necessary for Nax. There's one for Lotheb for the healer rotation. That one's really important. I think there's another one I'm forgetting, but outside of that, there's not... I think you should be able to play how you want to play. You know, macros are a tool to attain your goals. You know, I don't think they should be necessary unless the raid needs it for like coordination purposes. Then I think it's more, because then it's less about your gameplay and it's also helping others' gameplay. So I think that's sort of a different discussion. Tricks of the... Oh. I don't know a lot about rogues. I know a lot about Turtle WoW rogues. I've said this before, but Vrograg, believe it or not, is my first rogue I've ever played to max level. So, I don't know a lot of like the history. I don't know a lot of the old and the new meta. I pretty much know what my class advisor, Fugger, tells me when I'm asking about gearing questions and things like that. And I know what Guru and the Rogue Tank Discord tells me about rogue tanking. Although, as an aside about rogue tanking, Balake, who is just like... I think he just lives on GitHub. I don't know what he does in his spare time, but he's always on there, making great bugs that I always seem to report on and look into. But Balake reminded the Rogue Tank Discord that, what was it, the Agility Totem and the Mongoose Elixir do not stack, and the Greater Agility Elixir as well, which, you know, for parse junkies matters a little bit, but if you're a rogue tank and you need to know exactly how much agility you have, it's kind of a big deal. So that was the scuttlebutt around the rogue tank community this week. AJ Michael asks, "Oh, I need to get that macro for Nax today. Where can we find it?" I don't know if you're messing with me. If you're not, what you should do, and you need advice for a macro for Nax, you should, I don't even know if you're in Blackwing Guard, but you should reach out to a senior member of your raid team. They can usually direct you, And you should also just check your class Discord generally. Most guilds have class Discords, and they'll usually have something pinned for, like, important things to know. And class officers always try to get people to look at those, and no one ever does. Help your class officer and your raid leader by looking at those posts. Because it helps everyone. Oh, I forgot. I have a boat. I need to put a boat down. Get a real flotilla going here. Gotta make sure I don't get leaks in my boat this time. It's your first time going today? Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. Yes, do your research. And I know, AJ, all I'm gonna say is it might be a little tough because the raid team that does Nax has like a system down for everything, and for a lot of them it's like just rote repetition for certain things. But if you get a chance, when you're not so nervous about being in Nax, take a second to look around. Nax is one of the coolest raids aesthetically and musically. And really try to soak it in, because you always remember your first time doing the big raids, you know? Try to appreciate all the small things, because it won't be long before you're a jaded raider who, you know, walking through Nax feels like every other day. So yeah, try to enjoy that. AJ, what class are you? I'm assuming you're Blackwing Guard now. Brent Crouch. Hey, get all the leaks? Look at this. No leaks. I am officially a boatswain. I think that's the antiquated term for someone who makes a boat? Or is that a boat? I used to know this. I think a boatswain's a person who makes a boat. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is shaman tanking a thing on Turtle WoW? Yeah, it is. Insofar as you can get threat, you don't have a taunt, and unless you gear very specifically, you're probably always in danger of getting crushed. But it is more of a thing than it probably was in Classic WoW. And I don't know everything about what the developers are planning for 1.16 and class changes and all that. But I do know that they are doing a lot of looking at shamans, because in the last round of class changes, the changes for shamans were underwhelming, would be the charitable way to say it. I'm not saying they were bad. There were some nice changes, but there wasn't a lot that was very impactful for Resto. Elemental still has the same problems it used to have. And Enhancement got a couple nice things. They got Bloodthirst, Blood Rage, something like that. What is that called? Anyway, they got something that makes them even more good as a utility for raid. But there are people that do tanking as shaman. I've done AQ20s, I've done AQ20s and ZGs with shaman tanks. So they exist. They still have shortcomings, as most non-traditional tanks do. Brax says, I can't stand the music in Nax. I always mute it. It is an acquired taste. I would say to anyone going to Nax for the first time, don't have your music turned up all the way, because it's pretty intense. I like a lot of the sound design of the ambiance though, because like in the background you'll hear like ghostly screaming of people who are like suffering. You hear like when you're in the spider quarter, they add like little things to make it sound like there's bugs crawling and stuff. There's a lot of love they put into something that, I mean, based off the numbers and some videos I've watched, the original like Nax was like barely done by anybody. Mostly because they had no clue how to clear half of it, but barely anybody did Nax way back in the day, and they put a lot of love into it. Yes, Speed says Bloodlust. That's what it was. Increases melee, ranged, and spellcasting speed by 20% for a target party member. Yep. And that's great utility. Generally, I've seen those enhancement shaman not give it to themselves. They usually give it to someone in their group who's doing better damage than them. But sometimes they use it themselves. Brax says it gives me anxiety. Yeah. Some of them are very anxiety-inducing tracks, for sure. People screaming. Well, it's not meta. Okay, that's on. Come on. I mean, when I say people screaming is an acquired taste, what I clearly mean is not everyone likes spooky, scary skeletons. I'm just saying the people who originally designed it, they got the assignment, and I feel like they did the assignment well. You know, they want to make a terrifying citadel of, like, undeath and, like, ruin. And they did it well. But, yeah, hearing tortured, screaming people is not for everyone. but it was there. Guru Blade says, priests and pallies got the big box of candy for changes. Everyone else got the small box. I don't play enough classes to have an informed opinion about that. I know Murog plays priests, and probably would agree because they got Vampiric Embrace to give mana. So Shadow Priest became a lot more viable. And the debuff cap got pushed up a little after, so priests could put on all their dots. Priest got a lot of love. However, do remember, not all of the citizens of priests are liberated quite yet, Guru. The Smite priests are still in shackles, chained by their terrible mana management, and up until recently, their poor spell coefficients. But largely, priests were big winners. And paladins were big winners during the class changes. Warriors and mages, well, warriors, pretty much any developer who looks at a warrior and sees how broken they are says, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. So they didn't really do much with Fury or Prot. They did stuff with arms to make it more competitive. As I understand, it's a more complex rotation. It takes more skill to play, and you still don't do as well as Fury. But for some people, they really find that gameplay enjoying, so that's nice. I don't know enough about the Druid changes, per se, to give much. I know they got Tree, but Tree isn't always good. Tree had a lot of issues coming out. Tree form, I should say. Boomkin got a little bit of help with mana sustain, but not much, I think. But I do know a decent amount about the mage one because I used to play a mage in Classic, and I have a mage. They tried some fun stuff with Arcane. I think it missed the mark, but it did open up a less painful way to play Arcane. Would probably be the best way of putting it. Like, you're still not going to do the kind of damage that Fire or Frost is going to do, but they gave them some utility stuff that makes it less of a millstone around the neck of your group or raid team to have an Arcane Mage. The Arcane Brilliance Aura is a nice touch. They added some other stuff too, so it's cool. It's cool. Let's see. Thundercookie says the chitinous click-clack of bug feet crawling around is required too. Thundercookie, what you may not know about Vrograg in real life is that I studied a good amount of entomology, and I really like bugs. So actually, for me, when I hear that, I'm like, oh, my little friends are around. I wonder what they're up to. Uh, Shockazin says, I have to turn my ambiance and sound off in Stormwind's Vault. It's too much. I don't think I should probably take another listen to that. You're probably right. Brent Crouch. Thaddeus is a chill dude. Just ignore the walls of those around him. Yeah, I didn't learn until recently, and I consider myself someone who takes some amount of time to learn some of the lore, which is a glamorous turn for me turning to Murag and asking her what the lore is. But I recently learned that Thaddeus is like made up of orphans. I didn't know that. I don't know how people know that, but when I asked in guild chat, enough people were like, yeah, it's messed up. I'm like, holy shit, that's true. Excuse my language. But that's intense. Because I think I was like never the first person to get into Thaddeus's room, and like when you're the first person, there's like some kind of a thing that's talked out of, like some sort of emote or thing they're yelling. Oh shit, I'm looking at. Oh, Thaddeus is. Pyrrha, who's right here, says, oh, Thaddeus is made of women and children, or something. We're oh, for a second I thought you guys were fighting. Oh, there is fighting going on. Okay. Oh, hey, a bunch of people here. Hi, Chi. Hi, Brotato and Bromato. These are the same people. Don't get it twisted. Pyrrha Speeds has been here. Sockman's been here. Kampfwagen, hello. Elucia. Wait. Oh, there's another druid with an E name that you're not a druid. And Heyo, hanging out over there. Back on chat, let's see. Murag says, Holy Champion for Priest turned out to be disappointing too, since the Fear Break isn't as good as Fear Ward, and they never gave the buff that increases healing to the champ. Murag has a lot of opinions about priests. I don't openly say bad things about priests when she's within arm's reach. She's very passionate about priests. She loves them a lot. She's very knowledgeable. But it would have been nice if some of that stuff went through, because I think the Holy Champion buff was a really good idea if it was fully implemented. Channel Lurker, I think Channel Lurker is asking Murag this question. What class race combo are you going to play in Baldur's Gate 3?
Drow.
She just yells Drow. So it doesn't matter what class. She will be playing Drow. That is the class race combo she's playing, Drow. I did get an early access, so I might be playing a little bit too. I might stream some of that. I don't know if anyone would be interested in watching me play some of that, but if I had to pick, I always get them mixed up in my head with Pathfinder lore. You have to bear with me for a second. I might play a half orc, and why don't I be a half orc rogue? You know, really break the mold from Vrograg and be a half orc rogue. I think Drow are cool in D&D lore. Not always my cup of tea. I'm not as much of an elf enjoyer as others, and I still see Drow as elves. Well, Channel Lurker, you haven't finished the game. You finished what they let you play. They're gonna do some crazy stuff. I tell you what I will not play. The Dragonborn. I do not like Dragonborn, and I do not like the lore around Dragonborn. And that has a lot to do with me being old and liking Dragonlance and always seeing dragon humanoids as something completely different. I do like rogues, actually, in general, in tabletop settings. Probably scoundrel type characters probably take up about 50% of my character choices. Yes, Brent, Dragonlance. Back when, Kenders. The only real demi-human race for me. Back when demi-human was a non-pejorative term you could use for non-human races. I like Kender's lore. And the story behind Raistlin Majir was so cool. I mean, you kind of saw it coming from like a mile away, but it's still a cool storyline. Perhaps I'm sort of stuck in my ways about some things with like fantasy lores. I like when dragons are like more mythical and more monolithic. It kind of feels weird when you kind of water down them with like, oh, here's something that's like a dragon or is related to a dragon. I'm like, it just feels like Diet Coke, like, if I wanted a Coke, I'd have a Coke. I don't want Diet Coke. I'm very opinionated about dragons, people. I'm sorry. I mean, not only that, the lore in WoW on dragons is, I like a lot of it, but some of the dragon NPCs they have are, it's like, like the four-limbed guys that are like, what are they? I think they're called Dragonkin here. So like they're four-legged, but they have two arms, but they're dragons. Like, the lore on them is they're just like dudes that hung around dragons too much. I'm like, what? How can you do dragons so dirty? Oh, I've got to make sure to take a picture. This might be part of the promotional material in the next video. You never know. I forgot to take one last. I did take a screenshot, but it was on accident. And it, I don't want to bring it up, but it was actually like I was like looking down like this, and I think I was at the time taking a screenshot of something I saw in chat that I needed to let someone know about. But there was like a dwarf standing in front. I forget who it was, but there's a dwarf standing in front of Vrograg, who is a female dwarf, and it looked like Vrograg was just looking down her shirt. I'm like, I can't use this for the video. I can just tell people the stream was a good time, but boy, if they see that, they're going to get the wrong idea. Speeds, what are you doing to do that effect? I would love to know. How do you? Real RPers have all the little trinkets and things to make them do cool things like that. It looks like you're doing like Disgusting Oozling lets you shoot out the green laser? No? Oh, it's Egan's blaster. Ah, okay. So you can use that on anyone? I thought you could only target... Huh. Well, yeah, there you are. You're targeting me with it right now, so... You must... Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, there's like, there's items like that in the game. There's like another one that I remember Blacktooth Grin used to use all the time that kind of makes like a hitting noise. The kind that you normally get before you get knocked down. They would use that for RP all the time. RPers know all the secret little curiosity items. See? Speeds is just showing off now. Oh, I should probably make another boat too. I have enough mats for one more. If someone has 2 more handful of copper bolts, I could give you mats to make another boat if you're interested. Let's see. I wish they would bring the toy collection system from retail. It's not the worst idea. I think it would be nice for RP situations. There are some things that retail has that's good for RP. Like T-Mog obviously is one of them, you know. Sometimes I wish to be a bird. Well, Alucia, if you ever become a GM, you can do it. You can do it for free if you're a GM. I have a GM press account for like doing establishing shots and recording things, and I get to be a bird all the time, but I can't show anyone because if I did, management would get mad. And I get that. I don't want to ruin people's immersion by flying around and saying, "Look at me, I'm a bird." Okay, Brent, is boatswain the right word? That's it. I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna look this up. I am tired of not knowing. Let's go here. Boatswain. A boatswain, also known as a deck boss or qualified member of the deck department, is the most senior rate of deck department. Okay, so it's a rank. Hold on. Let's go deeper. Officer. Oh, it's a tropical bird. Interesting. All right. So it is not a person that builds a boat. Name of something of a guy? A guy who builds a boat? So, thanks. Boat builder. That's what you call a guy who builds a boat. Maybe go with thesaurus? Oh, a shipwright. There we go. That's the term we wanted all along. A shipwright. So that was back from so insane. I'm a boatswain. I'm a shipwright, reporter orc, and shipwright of the people. I did. Okay, you did post the definition not long ago. Okay, I must have missed it. I'm sorry. You know how I get when I start ranting. Gee, could you imagine if strings got people tangled in this game? Oh my goodness. We would have some serious problems. I don't even know which line is mine. I think that's mine. Yes, I do have quite a motley crew here. A seagull ate your hedgehog. What? What is going on? I like how I go on little like my little rants and I come back and I have no clue what people are talking about around me. A seagull ate cat food for a hedgehog. What? Oh, I'm just more confused now. All right. Large brilliant shard is down to 4 gold. Yeah, I actually saw that. It's I think the people who are able to farm blues want to cash in, and so it's pushing down the price. Oh, careful, guys. There's a crocodile on the boat. Someone should take care of that. I'm not naming names, but maybe the guy that's literally holding a Thunder Fury might want to take care of it. Even, yeah. Go ahead, do it. Do it, Speeds. Alright, it's done. I don't know who did it, but... Speeds, is there, how many rogues on the server have Thunder Fury? I know it's you and me, but I'm sure there's another one or two, right? Although, I mean, maybe Speeds doesn't have it and used the old T-Mog trick that they got rid of. But I thought Speeds had one. Okay. I know there's another... Is it Zoom? No. Maybe it's not Zoomer. If anyone ever wanted a follow-up on what I meant by that story, how you could kind of cheat the T-Mog system, this is the result. If I look at Speeds right now... This is a kobold mining mallet that looks like a Thunder Fury. Okay, so Zoomer does have one. Alright. That's good to know. I mean, the one that I have doesn't even look like Thunder Fury, because I think this is just too loud. It's too much. When the whole lore around your class fantasy is that you're sneaky, try to sneak around with that. How far are you gonna get? The thing probably makes thunder noises as you walk around, too. You know? That's just not for me. I ain't gonna sneak up on anyone with that. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the... Oh, there's the chat. Okay. Oh, was that my fish? That was my fish. Counter for it. No, it's fine. Just use Skyrim logic. Now I'm confused about all chats. Oh, man. So I have been thinking about, oh wait, I didn't do my, hold on, wait a second. Do I still have the thing? I do, okay. For anyone who is just dropping by, just saying hi, just want to remind everyone, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure to like the stream too, because that will push it out to more people that might be interested if you have a chance. Also wanted to point out that I just fished this up. A two-handed mace. Well, there you go. It is useful as a hardcore. Wait, what is that noise? Is it? It's not raining here. What the? Hold on. Is that, I think that might be coming from the soundtrack? No. Maybe? Hold on. Now I'm confused. Yeah, it's raining in the soundtrack. Sorry, that's ruining my immersion. Let's get past the storms. Oh, it's just gonna rain the whole time, isn't it? Okay. We will have to change soundtracks, which brings me to another thing that I want to test out, because I read a thing on how to do this. I can start a poll. I can add option. Okay, so ask a question. What region OST next? Option 1. We will be, what should we do? We should do more Thunder Bluff. Next one. I'm not against a Elwyn Forest. Elwyn Forest does have a nice track. Other ones I could do is Dark Shore and what's another fun one? Booty Bay. Okay. I'm going to send out a poll that all you guys can do. I hope this works. Oh jeez. I hope it worked. Yes, can you guys see this? Can you guys see the poll? Yes, you can see the poll. Nice. But vote on what you want in the chat. So far I have 100% for Booty Bay. Why can't I see more of it? OST is original soundtrack. Good. People saw the poll. I just wanted to test it out because I hadn't done anything like that before. I will, you guys can see my screen, I believe, but I'm going to put a timer up. I don't think you'll be able to see the timer, but I can. I'll give it one more minute. After a minute, I'll close voting. And then we'll move the soundtrack to something else that doesn't have rain in it. Also, if you think you're late on the poll, and think you're late on stream at all, just try refreshing. That's a thing that needs to be done every now and then. I've seen it happen. Oh, is that right, Thunder? There's a RP event going on in Booty Bay. Good to know. Good to know. All right, 15 more seconds. I think that's about all the. Looks like Booty Bay's in the lead with 44%. Okay, I am ending the poll. What happens now? There it is. 18 votes. We're going to Booty Bay. I will pull up. WoW OST. We're doing Booty Bay. I guess it'll be STV then? Yeah, STV. There we go. Beautiful. You'll love to see it. The whole community can agree that STV does have a great soundtrack. There it is, okay. Back to the game. Oh, geez, we got more people. So yeah, if anyone is just dropping by, hasn't subbed, make sure to sub. I don't think I have seen it in a second. I'll do the thing. And if you are at all interested in scaring me and supporting the channel, there I just posted the link for a link you can use to donate. I'm up to like, I think $30, guys. It's a pretty big deal. After taxes, that's like one burrito. And for anyone who didn't catch it before, the YouTube monetization process, I am finally done step 2 because I now have an AdSense account. But now I have to wait for some nameless, faceless corporation to approve my channel. As if stunning, real, ethical journalism needs to be approved by anyone else. But I guess it does for their advertisements. But there you go. Te Von Meh says Fortunate Son is the... yes, Fortunate Son is the correct sound choice, the song choice for STV. But I'm pretty sure I'd get nuked from orbit by lawyers waiting in the wings if I played something that copyrighted. Speaking of getting copyright struck, I think big news for anyone who likes Barney B's videos. Anyone who likes WoW videos in general. If you haven't seen Barney Beekeeper's videos, you should do yourself a favor and watch them. But I did see quite recently, let me bring this up. By the way, if you're at all curious, I made a Twitter account just so I can bother the Turtle WoW team on their Twitter. But I'm looking this up because I saw this on Twitter. Barney Beekeeper? Keeper? Wait, that's not right. Barney B. Is it 64? Maybe I space it out.
Barney 64.
Oh, it's just Barney 64? Thank you. No, it's not. What? Oh my god. Oh. Thunder, you scared the crap out of me. Thank you. I'm trying to look at. Thank you. Sorry. Thunder, thank you for the 10. I appreciate that. We're on our way to more burritos. Does anyone know what Barney Beekeeper's @ is? Barney B 64 maybe? What did people? It is top. There was a cool, very exciting tweet I saw from her recently. Maybe the search for Twitter sucks. Oh, good point. It might be on the YouTube. See, that's easy enough to find. About... She did not link it. Okay. Wait. There it is. Oh, it's just at Barney. Holy crap. That's some sway. He got the whole name. Right here. For anyone who edits videos and you see this stuff, she's been cooking. She's been cooking up something real good. You know, I mean, this to me, this is... Oh my god. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Sorry. Thank you for indulging me on that one. I am... Whatever new video she's got coming out, I'm here for it. I love her editing. Thank you, Lel's Garage. Lel's new. I should have looked to the stream chat. That's on me. I didn't believe in you, but you believed in me, and I appreciate that. Meta says that's why I don't edit videos. You know, at some point I should show you guys what what my edits look like. They are not that intense, but they are similarly full of edits. Getting to Barney B's level is that's like Queen level. Like I can't get there, but she also does like different styles, you know, like hers are meant to be long format, very good production quality and very well edited. Mine are like shorter, more simple content, and the shots I have are very basic, so I can reuse a lot of what I do. So it's actually it's a lot easier to do than what Barney B does. So yes, AF, that is the same one, the Lucky Charm Dealer. Probably, I don't think it's controversial to say, but the 3-part series about her character getting or trying to get the process of the Scepter of the Shifting Sands quest when the AQ gates opened up, that is probably the greatest like WoW video like period. And I only think she can top herself at this point. Yeah, Scarab Lord. It's yeah, just absolutely amazing. And in many ways, like, anytime, like, I'm making one of my videos, and I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do this thing. Like, I kid you not, there's, like, a part of my mind that goes, Barney would have. I'm like, damn it. Damn it. It's true. Yep. Uber I liked Uber Dangerous. I think I just like, there's something about the timbre of his voice that it just makes me like the videos less. But from a technical point of view, yes, like I would agree. Yes. What would Barney do? You know what Barney would do is try to probably make this gathering somehow work for her character in some way. Like, secretly I'm having you fish up all these weighted fish, but like somehow I know that the weighted fish are actually going to be like used for some end game thing, and none of you know. Because Barney's like multiple steps ahead of us all. Awin asks, oh, was that, how old is that? How old is my chat? Oh, wait, no. Actually, that's actually pretty new. Okay. Awin asks, do you ever watch any old WoW machinima like Legal Danish? I have watched them, but I've only watched them recently, and it's literally because so many people have told me that my stuff reminds them of those old machinima videos. I think I've watched them like a couple times, like in the years ago, but like it wasn't something that like I ever really cared much for, and I didn't like, because probably my favorite like machinima stuff is is it Gorak's Guide? Hold on. This is actually where having a browser overlay is really helpful, because now I can just go here and Gorak's Guide. Yes. Gorak is the person that I really like their stuff, but their stuff, like, they actually do like real model edits. So like, it's not just the in-game animations. Like, that's all Vrograg does. Vrograg just does in-game animations. But like, let me I'll like keep the sound off here, but so like all the stuff you see here, this is all like, these are custom animations. That means Gorak, or I don't know the name of the person who made these, took time out to like make all of these, and I would say that when I think of machinima, I think of this. Like, what I'm doing is like trying to find a more engaging way to report Turtle WoW news. So like, but this is probably my favorite machinima stuff. If that is what machinima is, I don't know. I don't really understand the term perfectly. Yeah. Yep, I've seen Captain Grimm's stuff too. The Captain Grimm's stuff, if I remember, is a lot more simple, right? If I'm thinking about the right stuff. Oh wait, no. His stuffs are likewise very well animated. I'm thinking of like, what was it, Classic Mage in 1 minute. Like, I remember, Wow, It's Hard is another channel. Now, is this machinima? Like, it's sort of like a weird like distinction to draw, because this is all happening like with like basically WoW assets, right? and there's way more animation work being done here than in my stuff. But I would argue that this is more like WoW Machinima in some ways. And given the full content of what's going on here, if there's any warriors, I just ask that you don't watch this, because I know it hurts to watch. See, it's the only real... I'm sure there's other very lopsided matchups, but I played Mage for so long, and I barely do PvP, but I even knew that I could beat pretty much any warrior in Battlegrounds if I just like, oh, I'm going to Frost Nova you, I'm going to blink away, and then I'm going to get a shatter combo on you, and you're going to die. It's very sad. And that's exactly what would happen afterwards. But I also like WoW Hard's animation. I don't think they've done a lot recently, right? 6 months ago was the most recent. Yeah, they don't upload very frequently, but I like their style of comedy too. So AF says try Tales of the Past. Love old WoW webcomics. I don't think I've watched many or read many webcomics about WoW. I've read way more Warhammer 40k webcomics. I'll check out this Tales of the Past thing that AF brought up once I remember where I put my browser. There's my browser. Oh, well. What was it called? It was Tales of the Past. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, when were these? Oh, 7 years? Oh, wow. That's more impressive, I would say. The more years go by, the more impressive I find anything like this. As I know what... Well, these all look like in-game animations, actually. Are there anything custom? The person totally has... Okay, that's in-game. I know the orc animations very well at this point. Yeah, these are all... Yeah, these are all in-game. There's no custom. Yeah, so this... Thank you for bringing this up. This is probably... This is like the cinematic version of what I do. If I were to make like some long storyline, because that's the point animation, that's the question animation. Person definitely has their own server where they're able to load a bunch of dummy tunes on for this scene, right? Good cinematography given the tools you have, right? Looks... I wonder if this is a classic client. It looks like it is. Yeah, this is... I'll have to check this out more later. Thank you for pointing this out to me, actually. That's great. So yeah, that's... I think that's Roar for the Undead Male. That's Roar for Dwarf Male. Yep. So yeah, thank you for that. Because there is like WoW animation studios and stuff, but a lot of the material I cover is like custom content only in Turtle WoW, so I will immediately run into problems where it just doesn't exist, or if it does, it doesn't exist in any way that I could like do through Studio, and then I'd have to learn a whole new thing when I really just zoom out. I'm just doing news anchor work, so I don't got to get too custom with it, you know. Maybe it's at some point I'll do some kind of a narrative thing. I like writing stories, but that's pretty far down the line, you know. I'm plenty occupied trying to do citizen journalism on on Turtle WoW. Yeah, but I tell you what, like if I get like 1 million subscribers and I'm just rolling in it, I'll quit my job and I'll make a big narrative story in Turtle WoW. That's my promise. And I will immediately delete the VOD if anyone brings this up again. Yes, AF. AF says this is legit OG Machinima. Yes, that is what it is then, right? So Red Mage Joe. Oh, by the way, hi Red Mage Joe. I liked your. I think I might have. We had an interaction recently on the Turtle WoW bug tracker where I was going to farm some grave moss on my mage, and I ran into an instance that had 2 Azir the Sleeplesses in it. And I'm like, that feels like a bug. And Red Mage Joe's like, we really... Your response is like, I don't know if we can know if it's a bug. I'm like, okay, I'll just drop it then. But Red Mage Joe said, Machinima is simply using a game's engine for movie making. Yeah, I didn't really know what like the rules was about it. So I'm not making movies, right? I'm making news reports, so I'm not Machinima, guys. Oh, Thunder Cookie, no, don't download it, no. Red Mage Joe says, I don't exist. Okay, I'm sorry I acknowledged you. Still though, anyone who helps out in the bug tracker, you're great. Any plans on playing where in Minecraft on streams? I put out a YouTube community poll to ask people if they wanted me to do anything different for stream. I left the options up to play another game and chat. I had do a fish and chill like normal, and then I had something like do something else in game. I think was like the third option. Most people wanted just to do a fish and chat. I'm open to something like that. I would need to, because truth be told, like when I do the fish and chats, it's pretty much just finding a good location to do fishing. Think of a couple things that I want to make sure I talk about. There's a lot less planning for content because I can talk about anything till I'm blue in the face. So, but if I did something like some kind of a hide and seek or a treasure hunt or some kind of activity, I would actually have to like actually do work for content. I don't know if I can handle that. Meta says, Red Mage hates me. Red Mage, don't be mean. Unless Meta's just trolling. I think Meta's trolling. Shan SC says, there's a GM in Newcomers answering a bunch of 1.16.6 questions. Yes, they do that all the time. Much to my chagrin, because I find out about it way too late. And usually all I see is a screenshot from Acalix from some conversation that happened 2 weeks ago where, I don't know if you guys remember Conspiracy Corner, that screenshot that said like there will be new legendaries in the new patch, that came from a Newcomers conversation. So even though to many people Newcomers can be a very overwhelming and to others kind of like a little bit of a cesspool of a chat, sometimes GMs drop little nuggets in there. Hello, Ricardin. Glad you could make it. Ricardin, I think, had commented on the community poll as well. I hope you're happy. I know you were one of the people that definitely wanted fishing in a lower level area, and this is it. I will say we had a great turnout. That's good. That's what I like to see. Oh, you're in panda mode? Okay. Is that to celebrate the announcement about the opening of the Chinese server, because pandas are from China, right? Yeah, they're from China. Is that the only place they live? I think that's the only place they live. Is that also where the red panda's from? Red pandas are really cute. I don't know if anyone's seen a red panda before. Oh, wait a minute. Check this out. I remembered. I have this. Oh, geez, that's been playing the whole time? I'm sorry. Well, you guys haven't heard it, but now I want to see what a red panda. Look at these guys. Look how cute they are. Are red pandas? Are red pandas from? Where are they from? Wikipedia. Tell me more about red pandas. They're from this part of the world. So that's no. So they live all on top of the Himalayas, it looks like, and then into parts of China. Okay. So what about like panda? Just the regular panda, giant panda. Where do they live? Okay, wait. Who said they aren't CN only? Look at this. That looks like China only, friend. I mean, that is China. Even though I'm American, I know my geography well enough. No, AF, I'm not fishing for more donations. I'm fishing for content. There's a big difference. Also, I'm just excited that I have something that we're like, when I talk about something, I can just like show it to you guys, rather than just being like, oh, I saw this thing. I have like another one that's like a full screen. I have this, but I also like continuing the fishing. I just have to remember how to. There it is. So yeah, red pandas are pretty awesome. The weird thing is that Streamlabs does not like playing well with the YouTube chat. So you have to open another window that has like the current chat, but the one on Streamlabs is like delayed significantly. So like I always have to bring up the other one again. It's very annoying. Small grate. Oh my, what? Whoa. Guys? There's a shark. There's a shark. Holy crap. Everyone act cool. I'm gonna... We're gonna need a bigger boat. At first I'm like, oh, that's a cool druid skin. And then I realized that that's not a druid skin. That's a GM. Everyone wave hi to Chakes. If you can see them. See? We'll go below. Oh, can I have like a druid? No, druid. Can I have a shaman or a warlock hit me with unending breath? So I can say hi to the shark more. Let's see. Let me see. Who can I bother? Well, there's a... Thank you, got it. Hi, Chakes. I wonder if they can hear me. Wait, can I not talk underwater? Okay, there it is. Okay, it worked. Thanks for dropping by. Please don't eat the lobies. It's okay, guys. I'll make sure it's safe. I know how to talk to the GMs. Does that thing have any animation? Thing have any animations? Okay. Shakes has been eating on botters. You can eat those all you want. And also, Hey Ho says, I heard sharks cannot stay still or they drown. Is that true? If you look, Shakes is continually moving. What? Oh boy. Oh, I know what you're doing. I know enough about GM tunes. I know what you're doing. That's a fash fish right there. If anyone's scared of sharks, you can just stay in the boat. You should be safe. I still have 60 minutes till I can make another one, sadly. But thank you. Thank you for dropping by, Shakes. I appreciate that. Everyone's been very well behaved. I think there's been some amount of PvP, but it's, I think, all been consensual. Well, now I can jump in from the side, Ricardin. I do have a fishing boat. Does anyone have a cooldown they could use? Because I have the stuff for a boat. Because these aren't soulbound. Let me see. Anyone have a boat? CD, I have boat. It is both. Speeds, I hope you have one. What? Oh, Speeds, I was giving it to you because you have, it says 18 minutes. Okay. Yeah, Shakes, I would put down another boat, but in the infinite, well, maybe it is actually infinite wisdom, because if people start spamming boats, you could be pretty annoying. So my cooldown to make another one is fine, but I have an hour before I can put one down. So if anyone can put one down, open up trade with me, and I'll trade you a boat to put down. Okay, let's see. Hey Ho's gonna try to help out. Listen, we can't do fishing without a boat. Everyone back up. Everyone get out of Hey Ho's way, because sometimes you don't want to get stuck in a boat. Sock'em Rock'em, to trade someone, you can right-click them if they're on your faction, and you'll see a drop-down menu for trades. Brotato, that was the only one I had. I have enough mats to make another. Actually, I'm 2 handful of copper bolts short. Hold on. If someone wants to make another one, I'll get another couple copper bolts. And we'll I forgot how they use a lot of copper bolts. Handful. I don't want rose petals. Handful of copper bolts. Buyouts. There it is. I'll put down this. There's that. I have a piece of mail here from Bose DeBucher. Those fish and beer. Thank you. If someone can make a boat and drop another one, you can open up trade with me. I have all the materials on me currently. I think someone was trying to do that. Was that was it Brotato or Bromato? I think it was Brotato. Let me see. I think it's some amount. Oh, okay. Okay, you can only place. All right. If anyone can make one, open up trade with me. Oh my goodness. That looks like a Vrograg boat. That's a lot of water. You're taking on a lot of water. Oh, got up nice. Yeah, well, there's a lot of people here. There's also Speeds has a water elemental. Oh, so you must be exalted with Hydraxian warlords. That's awesome. Let's see. Was chat saying anything while I was playing around with boats? Oh yeah, research slightly deeper then. Where did these debilitations galore bears came from? AF, I wish I knew what you were saying. Everyone's saying hi to Chakes. Yes. And listen, you know, sometimes you'll hear me. I think I'm generally a pretty positive person about the team. I definitely think there's directions the team goes that I won't always necessarily agree with. Thank you, Shang. What the? Gotta make sure. 10 agility. Yes, I'll take it. Wait, Shang here? Shang is here. Oh, hi. Oh, we have another GM. Everyone say hi to Shang, who's a cat. Thanks, Shang. Oh, where was I? Oh, now I got distracted by Shang. Crap, what was I gonna say? Sorry, it's a little... Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So, even though sometimes I can disagree with some of the directions the Turtle WoW team takes, one thing that you will never hear out of my mouth is that the GMs aren't doing a good job. And I genuinely mean that. And that is not just me blowing, hot smoke up their butt. Like, I've gotten to do some kind of ride-along things where when I was reporting for things and I was asking questions, I got to do screen shares with some GMs, and I see the work they do, and just be nice to GMs, because the amount of idiots they have to deal with, the amount of botters and gold sellers they have to delete from the server. Meanwhile, they can't really do too much while they're a GM, except for those things. Some of them also help with development. Some of them are just GMs, but the GMs on the server are top notch. I will always say that. I struggle to think of times when the level of GM work has fallen below expectations. To be fair, Classic did leave those expectations on the floor, but even compared to well-moderated servers and MMOs, you guys do a great job. And so, keep at it. Everyone be nice to your GMs. Forever. Yes, that's correct. Shang and Chakes are saying this is what GMs get to do for fun. Because, even though, they're just here hanging out and you guys think it's cool, they're, a lot of times, they're, also in another window, looking through chats, banning people, doing, stopping people that are exploiting. They're balancing a lot of plates. And yeah, Chi says it, active GMs make Turtle WoW fun, and it is something that actually makes the community feel a lot more alive, a lot more real, and the reason I like being nice to GMs too is not because they will randomly give me ice paw cookies, which is nice, I appreciate that, but also because knowing the amount of stupid stuff they have to deal with, people screaming slurs, or people who are clearly breaking the rules and then say they're not breaking the rules. If you could put yourself in their shoes, think of how exhausting that would be. While you're playing presumably a game you enjoy, you have to deal with that. Nah. We're lucky they don't go postal on us. Right. Oh, let's see. Someone asked in chat something. Yes. Oh, yes. Owswill. Yes, I did see your question. I did get back to you in the comment. They say, Owswill says, hey man, that Teddy player, they're talking about Teddy Fear. I posted in a video about how I found him on Armory as Tedif I. Added him to friends to see if he logged on, and he did. What is your response to that? I don't have a response because I'm not a GM. But I do have the advantage of just getting whispered by a GM, someone who just saw that message, and they said they logged on because the character was transferred to an account held by management. So although you can see things on Armory, you cannot generally see what account they're held by, which is a security measure in general. But if you can compare the time played from before to after, you will see that it is negligible as well. And no one else has seen hide nor hair of Teddy Fear since the incident about a month ago. Also, while I don't doubt the level of stupidity of Teddy Fear, I don't think even the person playing Teddy Fear would... I don't think anyone would want that character anymore. I know some people tried to make a tune with like a similar name. Yeah, there's a level 1 rogue named Teddy Fear that I think some jokester in Tab C made. But that's just to grab the name. No, okay, so I see Thunder Cookie, why should Vrograg respond to that? No, Thunder Cookie, you don't got to get on Ozwill, because Ozwill's asking a good and legitimate question. I did a lot of reporting about this, and I think it's fair to ask that question because I should be well versed on this story, and I also said I would continue watching the story. And I also do appreciate you commenting on the video, because I'm like, oh, really interesting, and I did look into that. Yeah, I had assumed initially, because it does cache data. When I first saw your comment, I had not verified that statement. I just thought it was cache data. When I responded to that, I was just on mobile. And I hadn't had time to verify it. But I've seen like old tunes that have been deleted and stuff still hang around on Armory. So I actually thought that's what it was. And then the other, or there was a chance where I'm like, or it's some guy from Tab C just joking around. Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think anyone who legitimately wants to cheat wouldn't use that name. Yeah. Oh, Akalix in chat. Everyone say hi to Akalix. Thank you, GMs and team members, for answering that. It saved me the hassle of bugging you guys in about an hour or so whenever I'm done stream, because that was on my to-do list. So actually, Ozwill, thank you. You actually helped me. You saved time. I was able to do something constructive during my stream. Ainwin asked, did I hear about the Tiny Violin hardcore wipe on the Four Horsemen over on Retail Classic? Yes. I think anyone who's on a server where hardcore is alive and well, it'd be hard not to hear about it. Just to verse people. Oh, wait, check it out. Wait, I can do the thing again. You guys all be proud of me. Be proud of me, because I did the thing. We're going to go here, and we're going to go to... So if anyone who doesn't know what the Tiny Violin thing is, Tiny Violin was in a guild, or is in a guild, I don't know the whole story, who was raiding Nax, and they were on Four Horsemen, and they purposely nuked their own raid. I'll just bring up the video here. Oh, why is the top one Asmongold? I know why the top one's Asmongold. Anyway, so if you're watching here, this person right here is tanking Zeliek in not the correct spot to tank Zeliek and is essentially wiping the raid. And this is a Nax raid with a bunch of people who are playing hardcore. So they just killed their whole raid of a bunch of Nax-geared people. There's a lot of things here that not a lot of people know, though, that I think are worth bringing up. One is that, if I understand correctly, this was a bunch of people who are voluntarily doing hardcore, so they don't like lose their tune. They just still have their tune. So it ruined a lot of people's fun of their own self-imposed thing, but they still have their tunes. Secondly, I heard from some other chats that the Tiny Violin person is a bit of a lover of attention and does things like this. That I can't really substantiate. I just heard that. But I will say my reaction to it, honestly, was that it felt like a new version of Leroy Jenkins. And by that, I mean, like, it felt staged. It felt like just the way it all like panned out. I'm like, really? That just feels like, okay, well, I guess someone could be that dumb. But like, to anyone who's either done Nax on the server or maybe done Nax on Classic or even in Vanilla, the level of trust that you need to have just to be like a softcore raider tanking 4 horsemen is substantially high. And then if you're in a hardcore guild, or kind of hardcore, or whatever the situation was with Tiny Violin's guild or whatever, the level of trust there, it has to be astronomical. For someone just to like suddenly do that, like they waited all the way until Nax to do that with a raid team, it's a bit much. It strains credulity, I'll say. So, you know, I would say it was an interesting thing to watch. And if it really did go down that way, and it's like, oh, that sucks. But I don't really have much more to say about it because the cynical part of me is like, this just seems like an attention grab. I don't want to give it more attention. So let's see. Oh, I'm catching back up. Hold on. Because I did a rant, which means I'm going to fall behind whatever chat was saying. AF says Asmongold sucks. Yeah. I don't know the guy. I don't have anything against him. I would say his effect on sort of like the attitude of a lot of people about things is kind of an interesting phenomenon to watch. But I will say the biggest negative thing I ever saw, and pretty much turned me off from a lot of Asmongold's content, because I used to watch Asmongold stuff when I was doing Classic, because, you know, there was like a hub where his React videos turned me on to stuff like Barney Beekeeper's videos and Gorak's guides and stuff like that. So like there's a positive reason to have like a centralizing force like that, so you can kind of keep up with the zeitgeist of sort of the culture of Turtle WoW, or of just WoW in general rather. But this was a number of years ago. There was some people might know the creator Dodgy Kebab, who does like kind of reviews of private servers, and he did a review. That's actually how I first found out about Turtle WoW, I think. But I found out about his videos from Asmongold. But there was a video where Asmongold was watching Dodgy Kebab's stuff. He started watching it, and he's like, oh, this is about private servers. Private servers are bullshit. Private servers are stupid. Like, and just said the most out-of-pocket things about private servers, the private servers community, including that private servers, that Classic would have happened without private servers, which, although I suppose in the strictest sense could be true, I think the way they got there was severely helped by private servers and completely erases a bunch of the culture of like things like Naxxramas and some of the other, I can't remember all the names of them, but like all like the work that had been done with like the meta of like early WoW, all that. He was so dismissive, and again, the cynical part of me is like, he probably has to toe the line because he's so in bed with Blizzard that he can't ever officially support or condone private servers. But I have to say that was probably the most negative thing that really turned me off about Asmongold. But I would say there are positives to him. Like, I would say his he showed a lot of growth as like a person with a lot of the language he uses. His openness to like being less toxic and being less tolerant of toxic community spaces in gaming is actually good, I think, overall. So I'm usually a lot more nuanced about other content creators. I think they all have a purpose. They all do a thing that helps the ecosystem. And the reason that they're popular is because they serve a purpose for that ecosystem. So Asmongold is just a very centralizing force in Blizzard properties. So, he's there. And I think if he didn't do all the things that he does and react to all the things that he does and take up that sort of spot in the culture, I think someone else might do it, but I don't think I'd go as far as to say he outright sucks. I think I can just say I don't agree with everything that he says, but he's not too much different than you and I in that he likes playing games like this. I also like when he takes Blizzard to task over when they fail miserably. Let's see. Oh, Oswell, you're a little Karen? I didn't know. Okay, sorry about that. Akalik says, player is a known... So this must be talking about Tiny Violin. Player is a known griefer and decided to grieve, pretend it was an accident. Kind of wild. They trusted him to begin with. Akalik, that's exactly what I'm talking about. We're like... How would you trust someone who's like that? Why would you? Like if it's a choice in a hardcore run of Nax between someone who might be a complete turd and ruin everything, or not doing 4 Horsemen, guess what? You don't do 4 Horsemen. Let's see here. Speed says, is it a good time to compare fish, Vrograg? I have to go soon. Actually, that's a good point. All right, everyone who can hear my voice, I want you to look into your bags. If you have a fish with a weight on it, I want you to come over to me on the shore over here. Right where I'm standing. If you have a fish that has a weight. That does not have a weight, hey ho. It just says raw. I will put you... Oh, see, he says I got catfish. How long were you sitting on that joke? You're despicable. Speeds, what you got? Show me your biggest fish. There's only one prize, so yes, you can be a runner-up. That's fine. Oh. It's not how many, it's the size. I see a 17 pound. So the highest we have so far is 17. Tawny? Are you here because you have a fish? What's your biggest fish? Unconscious dig rat. Oh, okay. That counts. All right. Shakes, I'm sorry, you're part of the Turtle WoW team, so you can't be in the running. Sickly looking fish. Okay, that's great. Unfortunately, I think Hey Ho is going to beat you for runner-up. Bromato says, I am a fish. Yes, but you did not catch that fish. So I'm afraid I can't accept that. So I would say, given what we have here, I am going to award Speeds the grand prize of I don't want to give you that. I'm going to give you 2 sweet mountain berries and 10 gold. I'll make an announcement too. All right. Here's the announcement. Congratulations to Speeds, winner of the Vrograg fishing competition. But yeah, I Speeds had been fishing a lot, so he was trying hard. So really sober. I'm just streaming. You don't even say hi. You don't even emote me. You have the gall to. That's fine. Do you know how rude this is? Speeds, can you back me up on this? Can you back me up on this? How rude it is to walk up to someone and just open trade with a lockbox. Can I have any other rogues here back me up on this? Am I crazy? I mean, well, that's fine, but you still gotta. Also, that won't work. Sober, you gotta put it in the will not be traded. Hey ho, you did get runner up. Would you like your prize? Sorry, I have to finish this lockbox. Yeah, put it in will not be traded. Put it right here. There it is. Okay. Nope. I don't take gold for that. I'm not that kind of streamer. I appreciate the generosity though. Okay. Hold on, I'll just say it. No gold. There we go. All right, thank you. All right, hey ho, I do have a small prize for you for being runner-up. How about 5 of these? I don't need that, thank you. Hey ho, here's your runner-up prize. Sweet Mountain Berries. These were farmed personally by yours truly. Because they're not agility berries, oh, that's a great trade there. I'll use that. I use the agility food because you can't get grilled winter squid here. So I usually have a bunch of stamina berries that I just end up throwing out, but they are farmed only by Vrograg. So, oh hey, wait, are there still GMs here? Did they all leave? I had a GM question. No one knows who the real Acalix is, Brotato. No one does. AF, yeah, no, it's about showing that I do not like receiving gold on stream. Or really just in general, like, it's just a lockbox, like, just one, it's fine, I can do it. Wait, hold on. I have 2 things. One is, can a GM tell me where exactly a garden plot is in the game? Oh geez, oh no, the GMs are gone mad. Guys, careful, they can turn you small or big for an inordinate amount of time. I think the only way to clear it is death. If you get changed, I don't know, the water's right there. You can make your own choices.
You have to log out to change it.
Oh, you can just log out? Okay. Oh, jeez. I just see in World Chat people are shouting out my stuff. Great. Okay, and second thing. I'm gonna probably go till about quarter of, and then I'll probably start wrapping up stream. But after stream, could I interest like anyone who's like level 60 to get Sunny Glade Valley to pop? I am trying desperately to get footage, but like the GMs, I'm like, hey, can I like go in there with my GM account? And they're like, yeah, sure, like just go in there when there's when a battleground pops. So it just doesn't pop. I have no way of doing filming in there, and they did so many new changelog notes for Sunny Glade. But it might pop tomorrow. I think tomorrow's the daily, so I probably don't want to do it right away. So maybe tomorrow. You can queue sober, but it might not come to fruition, because I'm also realizing that I have to make sure I'm all squared away for Nax. I have to be all squared away. Yes, yeah. I don't know who just said that. Tawny. Oh jeez, my in-game chat's backed up. Oh jeez. Yeah, Tawny, I think they've added, there's some kind of a quest for Sunny Glade. I think it gives like some bonus honor or something. It's definitely not worth honor farming. I will say this about Sunny Glade, and I know this is a controversial opinion because I don't do much PvP, but what I do want to say about Sunny Glade is that Sunny Glade is nice for people that don't honor farm and just want to go in a battleground to goof around and do some PvP. It's really good for casuals because no one knows how it works. No one's there to grind honor. Everyone's just there to like just do a battleground, you know? It was funny too because I've been asking like devs and stuff, or I've been asking Aclix really about like, hey, like, what's the lore on Sunny Glade? And like the resounding answer was, it's from Warcraft 1. I'm like, cool. So like it's just there. For anyone who doesn't know, it is a the person you can queue with is in Caverns of Time. There's like an elf there you can talk to who will put you in queue, but there's no portal to it, and it is a very different battleground. I think I will do some tomorrow. I'll do some tomorrow. I think that's the best bet, because that way I won't have to worry about keeping time close. But if anyone does do a Sunny Glade, let me know if you see me on, because I'll try to pop over with my GM camera tune just to record some footage. It's a, you know, I like, one nice thing I can do with the news is like I can cover like the really recent change stuff, but then I can also like show off some things that are like new and unique to the server to people who are just like looking at the server for the first time. You know, it's honestly, I think a lot of the team would agree that like Sunny Glade Valley isn't their greatest work they've ever completed, but I think it's nice to show there's new and unusual things to try out, you know? Sober says, can I do a roll giveaway? If you really want, that's fine. You know, I'm not against it. But yeah, it's I saw Murrug doing it, which is actually what made me a lot more interested in it. But yeah, did any GM get back to me about that thing? About, for the purposes, if anyone doesn't know, Survival, you can make something called a simple wooden planter, right? They require wood, a handful of copper bolts. There's like a whole quest for Alliance. I think it takes place near Elwyn Forest. For Horde, it happens in Mulgore. And it teaches you how to do this gardening thing as part of survival, which is great because you can get stuff like buff food with different seeds, right? But you can only use the planters in areas that are like tagged as a garden. And for Horde, the only one I know of is near the quest giver in Mulgore. But I've heard that Alliance, pretty much any spot that is like a farm works for them. So I was looking if anyone could like confirm or deny that, because I would like to not garden always in Mulgore. I'd like to garden in other places. Does that make sense? Am I crazy? Lil Karen says farm areas like in hinterlands. Okay. So as long as it looks like a farm, it should work. Okay, so to comment, this is from the stream chat. Lil Karen in AF is saying garden is only at fertile soil, which is like farms intended gardens. Okay, that's fine. So the area you learn gardening in as a Horde doesn't there's not a farm there. There's no garden. It's just Mulgore. Now if I step too far away, I suddenly can't garden anymore. But there's like no boundary. There's no like way to show that, hey, you can't garden here. You know what I mean? So I think this might be a little confusing for Horde people. I don't know if it's just me. I am pretty smooth-brained at times.
The Alliance is a more urban setting than the Horde for where they learn it.
Oh, okay.
They learn it in that area right like outside the gates of Stormwind, but
right.
There's that water there, so like they're even more urbanized than us.
All right. I was getting some of the background from Murag there. You might hear in the background. But gardening's fun. I kind of wanted to do a gardening show at some point with Vrograg. I'll wait for a real slow news week to do something like that, though. I haven't had a lot of those, to be perfectly honest. Thank you for whoever put the light wells down. Man, Guru was right when he said Paladins and Priests really won the class change lottery. Because now Priests can actually use light wells without getting laughed at. There's actually uses for it. Lil Karen says, yeah, I don't like being in the farm field, so I usually go a bit outside where the ground is more smooth to place it. Yeah, so this is actually why I'm bringing this up. Is because where you go for where I've gone anywhere for the Horde, it's in Mulgore, right? It's right on the, I can show you on the map, right? So Bloodhoof Village is here, and so it's like right here where you garden, and so there's like a shoreline here, so the ground is uneven. Two of my planters were so far in the ground I couldn't see them. Which is a little problematic. Lil Karen asks, can a priest use Lightwell on Lotheb with the debuff? I'll ask Murog. She has a little bit of delay.
I'm pretty sure it would still count. It would still set the timer.
She says it would still start the timer. I will let you healers figure out healer stuff. What debuff are you talking about?
Lotheb.
Yeah.
Lotheb has the debuff where you can only heal once per minute. It does count as a healing spell.
I'm sorry. In my brain I was thinking Meixna.
But it would be the casting of it that would start it, not the somebody using it.
So you could preemptively put down a light well? Mm-hmm. Huh. That would be pretty handy. But I mean,
remember we get the score before pull.
Oh,
so
right. Okay,
so
yeah.
We wouldn't.
All right. So yes, you could use that. I'm sorry. In my brain, I thought Mixna, which is why I was confused. Now that you said Lotheb, it makes more sense. But yeah, that could be a strategy. Which is nice, because Lightwell, I actually get to see it in raids. I get to see it during Fire Maw and during Four Horsemen, so that's fun. And it's a cool thing. You click it, gives you a little hot. Teh Von Meh says, H.H. Murag, the Well of Knowledge. It is great to have a walking wowhead around, right? Yeah, so many people have asked me, like, oh, Vrograg, you don't have Atlas loot? I'm like, I don't need Atlas loot. I can just reach over 2 feet to my right and bug Murag. She'll tell me. If she doesn't know, she'll use her Atlas loot. I've recently installed Atlas loot, though. Yeah. Yeah, but it would only last 3 minutes, and first damage goes off 2 minutes in and every 15 seconds after that, so it could help offset the first GSPP by 1 tick, maybe. Oh, you're talking about Lotheb still. Yeah. That could work. Yes, Speeds, I do have the turtle version of Atlas loot. Hold on, let me remember where it is. It's one of these buttons. Atlas Loot Enhanced. I know it's the Turtle WoW version because I see Please Whisper Lexi. Lexi, a pillar of the community, especially in the add-on scene. But yeah, that's it's very useful to have, especially with the new and unusual loot you might bump into. If you're new on the server and you're like, what the hell is this? Well, you can figure it out. It's right there. We will be wrapping up soon. Did anyone have any questions they wanted to ask me? Anything like that? You know, ask me now or forever hold your peace. A final reminder too, if you're watching and you don't have and you're not subscribed, please do so. It helps the channel. Make sure you like the stream as well to make it more visible. And if you are at all interested in supporting the channel, there will be a link in the stream chat, I think, yeah, that you can donate to, because I still don't, YouTube monetization hasn't gone through yet. Oh, did it not work? Maybe it, hold on, wait, is it just tip? I have a bot, but I'm like so bad at Streamlabs, I'm still trying to figure it out. But yeah, you can donate there. But genuinely, I appreciate everyone who's come by and watched my stuff. It's great. Okay, hold on. I'm getting AF is dropping the real knowledge on me right here. You want to search for gardening zone check in TurtleWow database for gardening. Really? Really? Okay. Let's. You know what? I have one of these. I have one of these.
/db.
Oh, can I do /db for it too?
It's in the database.
Oh, it is in the database. Good point. Anyone who has PFUI, you should have integration with the database. So let's do gardening zone. So gardening. I'll just do gardening zone. Gardening zone check. What? I didn't know this was a thing. What? Thank you, AF, thank you. Oh my god, now I don't have to always go out to Mulgore. So there's like a spot here, there's like a spot here. So Mulgore, see, this is where you're used to farming in Mulgore, right? Oh, that's so great. So if I go over to like Stormwinds, see, all the farms have the plots. See? Oh, that's great. Now AF is saying 30 gold to well, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. How long have you been on Turtle Out for? Officially, I started my first character here when Naxx was opening. I started playing in earnest in early 2022, though. I can check meta if it works with fishing zones. DB. Well, some water doesn't have fishing in it, but fishing zone. Nope, I do not see anything like that. Meta. Okay. Ozwill wants to do a giveaway. Okay, you're more than welcome to. You don't need to be on stream to do a giveaway. You can just give stuff away. I'm gonna be wrapping up soon. I wanted to end around 3 o'clock local. So. Also, can we talk about how did Bromato become a fish? I don't know how. Is that that's not a skin, right? That's not a.
You're the GM over there.
Oh, a GM did it. Okay, right. So, Sober is saying 20 gold top prize, 10G for second place, and third gets 5G. Free money. Guys, it looks like free money. If you want some gold to buy, I mean, if anyone wants to get depressed, well, let's just take a look. All right. Plague Bloom. Let's just take a look. How bad is it? Gotta wait for the scan to go through. What is also the server info? Okay, we actually have a lot more. So it looks like it's a gold a pop for Plague Bloom. Alright, this could help you get your Plague Bloom you need. Everyone who wants free gold, whisper Sober for an invite. You could get free gold. This is not part of a market share. Hi, Icy Grills. I'm sorry you're joining when you just did, because I'm actually ending soon. Maxim Sirketh asks, it's a fishing competition item, isn't it? No, I don't know what it is. Sober just says if anyone wants in on a competition for free money. I mean, like, I've been invited. Okay, here I am in the group. Okay. Speed. Oh, that's a good point. By the way, Speeds, thank you. Says there's a gardening zone Ogremar. I'm curious about that one. Oh yeah, look at that. I don't think I'd want to farm there, because one fun thing about gardening is that people can just walk up and take your berries if you're AFK. Thank you, Grills. I think this one ended up being a little over 3 hours, so there's plenty to catch up on. I appreciate you dropping by. Drop a sub if you haven't. All right, are we doing? Oh, sorry, I missed a roll? Sorry, hold on. There we go. I'm in the running. Curse bearer, you need to roll. Yeah. So the nice thing about YouTube streaming is that you can like go wherever you want on the stream, but the bad part is that if you want to be like active with like the chat, sometimes YouTube will like just fall behind and you have to refresh. So like I would say like anyone who's trying to be like active in chat and stuff, just like every half an hour just refresh. It'll usually keep you caught up, because sometimes you can start to lag behind after a while. But yeah, I think today's fish and chat, fish and chill. I like both those terms. Do you guys like fish and chat more or fish and chill? But I'm gonna wrap it up there for now. Looks like Curse was the big winner of the giveaway from the generous Sober, who's just throwing money around. I see Aklik saying fish and chats. I might I'm still considering maybe doing something shorter sometime during the week if I have time. Maybe doing something else. So keep an eye on the channel to look for any community polls or posts. There might be more stuff out. We should have another episode either late Monday or late Tuesday. I'm still working on stuff, so hopefully that'll be out then. Oh, sorry, Sober needs to trade me money. Sure, wherever you are. I'll take your money. Thank you. But no, thank you for everyone who dropped by. You don't have to go home. You can still hang out and fish. I gotta start getting ready for Nax soon. It is that time. It's Nax day for Blackwing Guard. But yeah, I appreciate everyone who's come to hang out. I've been talking too long. Clearly. Who came to hang out. We'll try to do this again next week. Curse Bearer, put that in the will not be traded. Yeah, we'll do this again sometime next week. Should be Saturday. Thank you to all the GMs who dropped by to do their weird GM stuff. I love seeing you guys. To the people on the team who dropped into chat, thank you. But yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. And as always, remember, the deadliest weapon is knowledge.